All right, good morning. And I can say happy Easter actually. I don't know. Happy belated Easter celebration.
Yeah,
But let me just say happy
we're
celebration.
still in the spirit of Easter anyway. It was just Easter Monday yesterday, and today is
So you are
just
the one
Tuesday.
keeping us in the spirit of Easter.
Everybody, she was the spirit of
Okay,
Easter.
now let's go there. All right, good morning, everyone. Where are you listening to us this morning? It's pay per view on Inspiration 100.5 FM, your number one family radio. I am JADESOLA AJIBOLA. And of course, will be joining me on the program this morning as a co host on the program.
James Odediran.
Okay, James or James. Was James part of the disciples of Jesus?
James.
You don't even know. See your life. That's a big one. I caught you unawares anyway. All right, so I will begin, of course, with stories from the front page of the Punch newspaper. All right, let me go on this break. I'll be right back. But joining us on the program this morning is Comrade Emmanuel Ugodero. He's our guest on the show. He'll be joining us shortly. Stick with us. Don't go away. All right, welcome back. It's still pay per view on Inspiration 100.5 FM. James, how did you spend your Easter?
Easter was a bit very, very. I was in a celebratory mood all through this Easter. 'Cause
Wow.
That Friday, I think I left work quite late, but as at the time, towards the evening time, I had a very, very short time. And even the Saturday stroke, see that Sunday
Was a bomb.
was the height of it,
Was a bomb.
right? Apart from the fact that I had a very, very good time in the presence of God in the church. After that, I had to go.
You
Of
did a
course,
good church.
I had to go church now. So I had to visit a friend later on. I had to visit a friend later on. We slaughtered the whole chicken. We ate.
Wow. That's a big one.
Later on, I had to go for a show. I was in that show till I think around 11 p.m. or there.
Wow.
You could agree with me that I had a very, very good time.
Long weekend,
Of course.
long holiday,
Of course.
and you had a lot of fun.
Of course.
All right, let's go to business. Let's do business this morning. All right, we'll begin this morning with stories from, of course, the Punch newspaper. APC kicks as Northern senators insist on Senate presidency with three riders. Ndume, Kano, largest senators poised to contest, says Senate needs competent hands. Any Muslim aspiring to be Senate president lacks respect for constitution, says Vice Chair. All right, APC yet to decide on zoning, but won't allow another Saraki Dogara scenario, says spokesman. So what was Saraki? That's quite funny. Okay, so Buhari should suspend fuel subsidy removal, declare marketers. That's according to marketers. All right, UK restriction can't stop doctors' migration. That's according to All right, Easter, Lagos, FCT residents celebrate grateful for surviving Cash Church. All right, that's also there. All right, moving to other stories there. Enumerators indicated for sexual harassment will be dismissed. That's according to NPC. How does NPC want to do that? Okay.
Enumerators what?
Enumerators indicted for sexual harassment will be dismissed.
Okay, I even thought it has happened already. So
No, during
it's a forewarning, right?
Yes, it's a forewarning. All right, police arrest suspects in Instagram clothes vendor's death. All right, Nigeria unemployment rate to hit 41% in 2023. That's according to
this thing just
KPMG.
keeps skyrocketing.
Yeah,
It keeps getting much
we,
and much.
we don't have a
I
solution.
thought when Buhari, President Muhammad Buhari, wanted to come into power at 2015, he promised. President Muhammad Buhari wanted to take power when he was campaigning, one of his manifestos then I could remember was providing a certain number of thousands of jobs.
Well, James, don't go there. Don't go there. Let's not go there. Let's take headlines.
Okay.
All right. What paper do you have there?
All right, I have with me right now. I have the Nation newspaper.
Let's hit it.
All right. Stop beating drums of war. Churches urge politicians. I think we are still in the spirit of electioneering period, although the elections are over anyway.
Post-election.
Post-election stories. Okay, Ogun PDP Secretary Solari confirms party empowered voters on election day. I'm sure you also agree with me that during this just concluded election, even if not for any other place, this our own Oyo State, people voted who they wanted to win. Not that they were just induced or something, and even all over Nigeria, people gave kudos to Oyo State for the kind of election we had here. Okay, I'm proud of you. COAS tells troops in frontline. That's the chief of army staff now, telling the troops at the front line that they are making him proud, protecting the borders of Nigeria. Taraba APC dismisses Jim Kuta's suspension. I don't even know what's happening these days. A faction of the party will dismiss someone or suspend them. Another one will come back and say, no, what you have done is not right. Okay. All right. I also have with me the Guardian newspaper. At 95, struggle continues for a better Nigeria, says Adebanjo. Also have sea attacks as sacrifice to rescue Nigeria. Obi urges supporters. Call Lai Mohammed to order. Clerk tells Buhari. I'm sure very, very soon, sure, we'll get it right. Khan slams dairy firm over Good Friday adverts. All right, some of the stories I also have on the Guardian newspaper is Benue APC kicks as Autumn proposes huge pension gratuity bill for governors. I think I also did something in similitude to this yesterday, where I saw the story that the outgoing governors get a very, very humongous amount of money.
That's we're going to come to that when we begin analysis. That's on severance allowance.
Okay.
Of course, it's been an issue over the years, and I'm sure Comrade will do justice to that.
Of course.
All right, let me take some stories from the Nation, the Nigerian Tribune of this morning. Key players kick as more states move to build new airports. All right, with 4 riders, 1/10 of funds spent on state airport can generate $1 trillion. Government officials account for between 80 and 90% of passengers traffic. NACA must demand business plan for state airport. All right, blaming NACA amounts to lack of knowledge. That's according to spokesperson. Adebanjo at 95. This is not the Nigeria we fought for. The story is on page 5. Tinkan Port, a risk collapse if nothing is done. NPA raises alarm. All right, prosecute Lai Mohammed for fake news dissemination. Clark tells federal government. Suspected Yahoo boy crushes 4 to death, injures others in Ondo. All right, still on the stories on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune. 19 Constitution Amendment bills rejected by Buhari have automatically becomes law. That's according to Falano, knocks precedent for rejecting bill to rescue 20 million children. All right, any Muslim vying for Senate president has no respect for Nigeria's constitution. That's according to APC National Working Committee member. All right, 357 bills passed through third reading in House of Reps in 45 months. 83 bills waiting concurrence. 52 harmonized bill by Buhari. That story is on page 15. All right, let's quickly take the stories. And of course, I'd like to begin with the story from the Punch newspaper. APC kicks as northern senators insist on Senate president. Of course, the All Progressive Congress has opposed northern senators vying for the Senate president. It insisted that any northerner aligning for the leadership of the Senate had no respect for the party's constitution. The national vice chairman of APC Northwest, Malam Sadihu Lukman, and the party's director of publicity on Monday, Bala Ibrahim, said for fairness, northern senators contesting the post should step down. Party chieftains in the South and Southeast had called for the zoning of the Senate presidency to their regions in the spirit of fairness and to give other geopolitical zones a sense of belonging in views of the Muslim presidential ticket adopted by the party. So far, no fewer than 8 senators had indicated an interest in the race. They include Senator Jibril Baharu, Kano Central, Sani Musa, Niger East, Orji Kalu, Abia North, Goswill Akpabio, Akwa Ibom Northwest, other Senator Osita, Izuazo, Imo East, Peter Ndubeze, that's Imo North, Abdulaziz Yari, Zamfara West, and Ahmed Lawan, Yobe North, among others. Lukman called on Yari Baru and other northern senators to step down from the race for the office of Senate President in the 10th National Assembly. Lukman noted that it was compelling for the ruling party to zone the prestigious office to either the South-South or Southeast for national unity. The APC chieftain made the appeal in a statement issued in Abuja titled Cash and Carry Contest for leadership of the 10th National Assembly. Comrade Emmanuel Odediran is with us in the studio this morning. He's my comrade senior. And of course, he is a social commentator and a public affairs analyst. Good morning, comrade, and welcome.
Good morning, Madam Jade. Good morning, Nigerians.
All right, let's go to this conversation. One would not expect Lawan to show up again, looking at the Muslim tickets. It's just a common sense argument that, we should have thought that things should have been sorted out before coming to the public to have this conversation. So one would not expect, they just like we always say, they have a right to contest. But common sense and a spirit of unity of this nation should come first on the mind of anyone.
Oh, yeah. So many things. Are we talking of religion? Are we talking of zoning to the regions of the nation? Or we are saying that, yes, finally the hen is coming home to roost. APC will have a lot of things on its hands. You see, in Nigeria, I think our body mechanism has been so stereotyped to managing crisis. When it comes to success, an average Nigerian is a failure. An average Nigerian organization is a failure. It seems we have been programmed only to manage chaos, to manage struggle. But when it comes to success, no.
We are never there.
We are never prepared for the success.
Exactly.
Or that it will last, or that it will come. So, and look, I want Nigerians to just take the sit-down-look approach. You know why? Look at the other party that is now in the opposition, the PDP that has been in power for about 16 years.
16 years.
That party cannot manage success. And that has been the problem. And they have not been offering a viral opposition to the APC. If it were to be PDP in power, APC in opposition now, propaganda would have gone. And you remember the Jagba Saraki, whatever issue. You know the people behind it then. So, Yoruba will say, that is exactly what we are about witnessing. But I think if Atiku could defy all odds to contest on the platform of the People's Democratic Party at their primary and won the primary, knowing that a northern president is just finishing its 8 years, you wouldn't blame Lawan and their cohort for trying to do so.
Okay.
But like people,
it's a trend.
Oh yeah, it has started. So, but like people are saying, in the spirit of, I'm not talking about Muslim ticket anyway. Number 1 has gone to the southwest. Number 2 to northeast. So, number 3, where do you want to put the southeast people?
They have been marginalized.
Will they continue to play 3rd, 4th, 5th fiddle? I mean, I think the incoming leadership of the party, they should now think well. If they don't want to start on a platform of failure, they should think well and do the just thing. So, they know how they are going to zone it, I know anyway, but it becomes very difficult to appease if they have allowed some northern elements, some northern candidates to go on their spending spree. Had one of them said to the biggest spender, cash and carry.
Yes.
So, and we know they have this money. Because it's the money they don't work for, it's the money they did not toil for. It's the money that is not running the economy. So, once they have their selfish interest to protect, they can dole it out as they like. So, and that is what we are about witnessing. But to save Nigeria from waging this on, I don't know the adjective to use, they should start thinking about how to move Nigeria forward. We are talking of unemployment. We are talking of our economy not moving as it should be. We are talking of our doctors, nurses, our medical experts, moving out in drones. We are talking of people not having food to eat. And some people that we had killed in this sun to vote for who still want to start this tenure with problem. God forbid. So it's better they do the right thing now rather than allowing people to draw pattern for them.
All right, I still pay-per-view on Inspiration 100.5 FM. Of course, before we take the next story or even open the phone line, we'll go on this commercial break. When we come back, of course, James will be giving us the next story for Comrade to look at. We'll be right back. Stick with us. Don't get away. It's still pay-per-view on Inspiration 100.5 FM.
Oluyole City, Ibadan. And today, check us out on 100.5 FM.
Babes, where did you get all this? After shouting Sakpa up and down on your WhatsApp status.
It's the KFC 5-in-1 meal box.
You don't mean it.
Look, it comes with a Zinga burger,
Eh?
a piece of chicken,
Really?
and also regular fries and a drink.
It is having it all indeed.
Oh yes, with KFC 5-in-1 meal box, you can have it all at over 30% discount. It comes with a Zinger burger, 1 piece of chicken, regular fries, and a drink. And you can top it up with any one of popcorn chicken, chicken strips, or Zinger wings. Available when you walk into any KFC stores nationwide. Order online on any of our delivery partners. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
The young shall grow.
Keeping the kids entertained isn't easy. Balancing the challenges of daily life isn't easy as well. That's why your #1 family radio station has got you covered. Welcome to School Run with Aunt Sumbo. This is all about general questions to spellings and lots more. Challenging their brains, getting them ready for an amazing day at school. Tune in every morning, 6:45 a.m. to be part of the fun. School Run with Aunt Sumbo on Inspiration 100.5 FM. Let's learn together.
The young shall grow. The young shall grow. Oh yeah, we don't come. Oh yeah, we don't come. The young shall grow.
So welcome back to Still Pay-Per-View on Inspiration 100.5 FM here in the beautiful brand city of Ibadan. The next story I'll be taking now is coming from the Center of Excellence, that's Lagos State, and Lagos residents lament as thugs invade property. Okay, residents and property owners in Surulere and environs have lamented alleged invasion of their homes and property by thugs. It was gathered that the traditional ruler Onikate of Ikate, Surulere, Lagos, Oba Latif Atanda Adams, is laying claim to the entire neighborhood, covering Masha roundabout, Adelabu Road, and some inner street measuring about
315.9 acres. It was learned that thugs numbering 50 in 2 trucks were deployed to the area to mark 2,500 buildings built by the federal government to pre-independence for repossession by a court order. All right, comrade, what I want to ask you now is that these buildings has been there for quite a number of time. The building did not just grow overnight. Pre-independence. So now there has been people that are the ends of affairs as the ownership of these buildings. Why are these issues now emanating as of this time?
Oh, James, I don't think you should be surprised. This is Nigeria, a country where anything goes. You see, some people go to the so-called throne now, and they also want to impose themselves. Go and find out. You see that it's not that actually maybe the so-called Bale or Oba or whatever actually want to demolish that place. He wants to collect his accolade from all those people.
He wants to collect his own local taxes.
Yes. They have to either they have to repay for that land because you from the story you read, there has been a court injunction, I think.
Of course.
So maybe that injunction gave him the right to go and do whatever. And in Nigeria, who will go to police to come and there are no beliefs anymore in Nigeria. But who will go to the Nigeria?
I disagree, comrade. There are bailiffs.
Of course.
Look, I witnessed one. That's when I know there are no beliefs. Simple harassment like this, the belief, japa, serious.
The bailiff is not carrying gun.
Is to deliver an injunction. And the guy he met, just small trail like this. Bailiffs in those days, you that will face them, they are not carrying gun, they carry their condo.
Just batting.
But even if bailiff of those days raise their hand like this, hey, some people will disappear.
Wow.
So is it that you...
So what
has changed?
Oh?
What has gone wrong?
Oh, civilization. You know, Nigeria is a country, we are losing our tradition, we are losing our culture by hour. And go and check. You saw that skit on woman discipline award, and the word called 119. I mean, called 911. And the police came, and when they heard from the mom, they heard from the son, the policeman gave the belt back to the woman, whack him again.
Beat him very well.
Yes, whack him again. And he told Stanley, he told the guy, the boy, that look, if I heard from your mom again that you skip class, you see this big belt, I will remove it and whack you. You see what they have taken away from us, they are now reintroducing in their own culture because they know it is highly important. It has turned their society into something else. And they have succeeded in turning our society into something else. They now want to retrace their own step. So exactly what is happening, like the land, you see, land speculators, land grabbers. In Lagos, you cannot, I don't think you can stop that.
Okay.
You see, if some of us talk now, but now maybe they are proving that Lagos is no man's land.
All right,
Lagos is not no man's land. That there are some people that actually own Lagos.
Comrade, some of us are indigenous of Lagos.
Okay.
So we're here. All right, let's take this story. Yeah, of course, on the front page, still on the Punch newspaper. Buhari should suspend fuel subsidy removal, declare marketers. All right, the Nigerian Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers has said that its National Executive Council is going to come out with NUPENG's position on the ongoing debate over the planned removal of subsidy on premium motor spirit, popularly called petrol, after its NEC meeting. However, another major union in the sector, Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, kicked against subsidy removal, that the move should be suspended because the regime of President Muhammadu Buhari did not provide the required factors for subsidy removal. Both the NUPENG and IPMAN were reacting to the position of their sister union, Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, as they spoke with our correspondent in separate telephone conversation. Late last month, Pengasan called on the federal government to stop subsidizing petrol as well as ensure the speedy rehabilitation of Nigeria's refineries. Pengasan's president, Festus Osifo, made the call while speaking with the journalist at the National Executive Council meeting of the association in Abuja. Asked whether Pengasan was in support of fuel scarcity removal in the absence of any functional domestic refinery, Osifo replied, yes. Comrade, subsidy removal, we're close to it. I even wondered why the outgoing government would fix subsidy removal at the point of the exit.
I think something is quite fishy there.
How?
Because they have been in power for, this is the 8th year, right?
No, it doesn't even matter. Nigerians have kicked against it. And that's why they kept pushing till the date or the exit.
Till when they are about to
the real issue, I don't want you people to look at it that way. The real issue is the same government. It's the same ruling party. So, and the guy coming in has said he will continue where the former stopped. And that's what Nigeria voted for. So, that one is not the issue. I'm surprised at the TUC national president saying yes to subsidy removal without the condition that Labour had demanded. And that shows us the type of leadership we now have in the Labour movement. There were conditions while his predecessors were there. One, tell us what is the real landing cost of this commodity. Two, the major thing, look, we all believe that there are some cabals that are actually draining this country through this subsidy. Remove the subsidy, but before you do that, fix our refineries. Let us have this product available locally. We are not sure. Dangote, that they are all expecting to start functioning by end of March, end of April. This is April. We have not had anything. We have not had anything from there. So, yes to subsidy removal. But prior to that, there are certain conditionalities that must be met. You cannot eat your cake and still want to hold it. It's impossible. Nigerians will cry. Nigerians will shout. And Nigerians will continue to resist it. But if they put the refineries in order, if the commodity is available locally, all these people eating us. Some people will just get their commodity from Equatorial Guinea there. And they will be charging us in dollars. So, what are we saying? Why can't we refine? Why? What is the reason why we can't fix our refinery? And that has been the question that these people in government for so many years have refused to answer. They just continue to mention subsidy as if they are doing us a favor. They are wrecking us. So, we are not saying, Nigerians are not even saying, I don't think an average Nigerian will say, don't remove subsidy. But you cannot build on nothing.
No, comrade, my concern over this subsidy thing is the fact that one would have thought that 16 years of PDP in government, there were human beings who had blood, water
running
their
through
vein,
them,
that are cabals existed. Now, when government changed, who are the new cabals? So, to my mind, cabals were only changing hands. Because, I mean, if the regime of PDP ended, APC should not have cabals.
That day you are forgetting something.
Yes.
In Nigeria, there is a very thin line between politics and government. I mean, between politics and business. It is those politicians that have access to this free money that are in business. And it is them that operate a lot of these licenses, obtaining licenses to go and live. Go and look at, we have oil wells. Go and look at those people that are owning the oil wells. You see, they are the political elites. So, all these people in this oil business and whatever, is either themselves, their family, or their cohorts. So, government may change. It's almost the same set of people. Who installed them? Who installed the politicians?
So that means,
at least if it is not true, it was flying around how much billions of naira Dangote spent on some political.
No, that's even some banks do. Some banks do.
Yeah. So from where will they recoup From where will they recoup their money?
Okay, so comrade, what you are saying now is that it doesn't necessarily have to do with whoever is in government. It has to do with people handling the business.
See, even if during those military era, it has almost been the same people in business that have been installing successive government in Nigeria. Check it out.
All right. Let's open the phone line 0704 800 1005 or 090 60 60 5719.
And in case you'd like to drop us our WhatsApp messages, you can send that to 08091921005.
Those are the numbers. Join the conversation. All right, we're live on Facebook. I have Omi Shokwe Olanrewaju Olani. He's saying, so Jadesola, it's funny like this. Well done, Baba Omi from Lasgidi 901 Lagos. Thank you for joining us this morning. All right, I also have Agunbi Ade Sharif. Thank you. We can see you there. All right, I also have Adenrito Rashidat. We can see you. Ilesamiri Radio. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Tolu.
This is Saburi. I'm talking from Abu.
Who?
Saburi from Abu.
We didn't get that.
You said Kabiru.
Kabiru from Abu.
Saburi.
Okay,
Saburi. Okay, go ahead, Saburi.
Yes, I want to discuss based on the subsidy removal issue.
Okay.
There is one question I want to ask the government. PDP spent 16 years in government. APC spent 8 years in government, and they have refused, and they have refused to fix the refinery. And they keep telling us they want to subsidize, they want to use subsidy. This is a pure scam. They are suffering Nigerians. It is not only about the petrol alone. What happens to the oil? What happens to the diesel? What happens to the drinks? What happens to the other raw materials they get from crude oil? They are suffering us. They are milking us. This is just unfair. My question is, why have they refused to build the refinery? It's not tell us that Dangote alone is richer than the whole federal government of Nigeria for him to be able to acquire such a refinery at the So we need to ask questions. We need accountability. What is going on? What is the agenda? Removing of subsidy is okay, but we don't have the refineries that we have local refineries in Nigeria. What is going on? I'm tired. I'm sincerely tired. We can't keep suffering this way. It's getting too much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Please don't be tired. There's still hope at the end of the tunnel. All right.
That business and politics, they are almost one and the same thing. And some set of people have been there all along. You see, we learned that they intentionally do not want to refurbish the Nigerian national refineries because they are waiting for Dangote. And now Dangote has almost completed his own. Why do that one? Or you give it out to people who may want to. But what Nigerians are looking for is, let's get our commodity produced, manufactured, or whatever, locally. You want us to be consuming local commodities, but you want us to be consuming imported PMS.
Foreign refined PMS.
So these are the things. And the guy has a pertinent question. You see, I wouldn't know what happened to other products. Look at how much we are paying for gas. Look at bitumen. That will be very useful in making
on the road.
Where are they? Because we are not producing nothing. We cannot get them. We still continue. No wonder. A road construction that cost just like $500 million somewhere will be costing about $3 billion in Nigeria.
More than times 5.
So, Nigerians, we have our fate in our hands now. Let us, look, if you continue to pray till tomorrow, God will not come down.
To rescue us.
We cannot leave what we're supposed to do. We cannot leave to God. Because God is not allowing us to do what he's supposed to do for us before he does it. So, if God does his own, let's do our own. Let's continue now to make noise. Let's continue to shout.
Everybody should contribute to our
politicians, they are not spirits. They are somebody's fathers and mothers. They are somebody's brothers and uncles. They have people that can speak to them, and they have their ears.
Okay, let's take more calls. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Madam JADESOLA.
Good morning. Your name and where you
Yeah, I'm Sherry calling from Manara.
Sulaiman Sharif, go ahead.
Thank you. Anytime I hear something about subsidy and refinery, that means a big shame for us in this country. An oil producing country and you don't have functional refinery. That means for so many years. What is the way forward now? I think this subsidy, there are some people in the corridor of power that they are benefiting from it. That's the reason why they want to remove. But now, it is right time to call a spade a spade. We need a functional refinery. If truly this government, they have the interest of the masses at heart. We know that if they remove this subsidy, definitely the masses, they are the one that will bear the consequence. And I pray that the incoming administration, may God help you to do the right thing and do the correct thing at the right time. That is my own take.
All right, I'll take more calls. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Prince Bumi Adefusi. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. See, this subsidy, to me, I keep saying it, ma'am. It is scam and it's a devilish act. Fine, they want to remove subsidy. They want to remove subsidy without a single functional refinery in the country. Imagine, they borrowed billions of dollars for LMA refinery and nothing has happened there now. See, they want to add burden to the burdens of the masses. Very unfortunate. And this government promised a lot. Even on security, they failed. On health sector, they failed. Very unfortunate. Brain drains everywhere. See, functional refinery, they should give it out to foreign investors.
Okay.
And government should be the one to regulate it. That's my submission this morning.
Okay.
Because we've been wasting billions of naira on refinery, something called a turnaround maintenance. What are they maintaining? What is not functioning? What is already rusted? They should let it out for foreign investors. Very unfortunate. That's my submission this morning. I'm tired of this government. I'm tired. Good morning.
All right. Thank you for your own contribution this morning, Prince Bumi Adefusi.
All right, I will take more calls. We have other callers on the line. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Madam JADESOLA.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Tolu.
Yeah, that is coming from Joy. I greet Mr. James and journalist.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. You see, it's only God that can deliver us from this set of comedians that record politicians in Nigeria. And this is safety and mistakeability of the people in government is second to none. Because why would they be talking about subsidy removal now that none of our refineries are working? Madam JADESOLA, we don't need to deceive ourselves. Removing subsidy now without having functional refineries in the country sincerely will be tantamount to subjecting half Nigerians into more hardship and suffering, which is very bad. See, the government needs to do the needful by consolidating our more refineries, especially the one at Port Harcourt, as one of the callers said, because last year about $1.5 billion was borrowed for that purpose. We only heard about the money. Nothing has been done. And it's time for them to see. They need to feed the refineries, but they are busy talking about borrowing money for palliative. We don't know, we don't get to the end, especially the masses. Because we all know what happened to the school feeding program, the trader money, and all of sorts. See, the only problem we have in Nigeria is leadership problem. And I hope God will deliver us. Thank you. Good morning.
All right, it's still pay-per-view. I'll take more calls. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Madam JADESOLA.
Good morning, Biodo Fetuga. Go ahead.
I was laughing in Chinese when you are talking about common sense. Common sense does not work in Nigeria. We are a peculiar country. We are a special country. It doesn't work. Can I tell you something? The same Ibadan people that will throw debris on the road, let them get to Lagos. They will not do it. Why? Because there is a standard, there is a system that works there. In Nigeria now, do you know if Atiku had won the election, we would have sworn in Atiku as next president. because we don't care. Outside Zola is leaving, Atiku is contesting too. Should he even contest at all? By common sense? No. But by constitution of the land, has he faulted anything? No. So we just need to sit down as a people. Let's have a referendum with a consensus. This is how we want to live. This is what we should be doing. Otherwise, this lamentation we sing every year, we may continue. On the subsidy, I'll keep calling our governors. Please, we need collaboration from governors to help us out from this wicked act of the federal government on subsidy matter. If we have modular refinery in different regions, sorry.
The wicked government.
Okay, let me use on human attitude of removal of subsidy without fixing the existing refinery. If our governors have come together, modular refineries in different regions, we would have forgotten this serious subsidy about the government. If they like, go petrol to China, we don't care because we can get our petrol down southwest, and it will not be expensive. Our governors should just help us out. They have the money. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Biadu Fetuga. I'll take another caller. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. Your name and where you calling?
Engineer Joshua.
Engineer, good morning. Sir.
Yeah. If I ask if they ask me, you want to call and ask me, which way to make Nigeria great or forward, but make Nigeria good, can you able to answer it? The point is, when we are doing regional government, and I know that everybody is pretty good, and when they see that they are not the Nigerian politicians see that I don't make money there, they turn it the way they want. The problem is when many of them come into contest, we go in proper sentiments. This is my brother, this is my brother. And the people that come so come, they don't see what the reasonable sometimes go to do when it comes. They make up to vote to. If Nigeria wants, if you want, you need to move forward because all those positions that are present us. Let us tell them that we need the regional government. Because people are dying every day. They are fighting every day. The other region are cleaning the other region, the other one are cleaning the other one. But if you go to the regional government, all those things will stop. IPOB will stop. Yoruba Nation will stop. And with all these investment will stop. Everybody will begin to fight things on its own as usual. So they know what they do. I know what they do. Use Nigeria for enterprise. So if I ask the writer which way to move Nigeria forward, let him tell us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, let's take this break. When we come back from this break, we'll have more conversation in the studio with Comrade. Stick with us, don't go away. It's still pay-per-view on Inspiration 100.5 FM.
Ramadan oṣù àpọ́nlé oṣù uẹsẹ oṣù tọ́lọ́run ọba yọ́nú sí tó máa ń ṣàdìpẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹ̀san fáwọn ẹrú rẹ̀ ó tún ti wọlé dé wẹ́rẹ́ alihamdulilayi eléyìí ló wá mú rédíò àkọ́kọ́ fún gbogbo ẹbí Inspiration 100.5 FM péyàmọ́ ètò oríṣiríṣi kalẹ̀ láti pàdé oṣù Ramadan ẹ̀ láǹfààní láti wá aṣọ onígbọ̀wọ́ àwọn ètò wa bíi.
ìṣẹ́jú márùn-ún mẹ́wàá mẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dógún tàbí ọgbọ̀n ìṣẹ́jú pẹ̀lú owó tásẹ́rẹ́ tí ò tó nǹkan bó sì jẹ́ ìrun pípé lẹ́yìn fẹ́ so nígbọ̀wọ́ àbí ẹ̀bùn lẹ fẹ́ kó wá ẹ kàn sí alága ìgbìmọ̀ Ramadan Quadri Lawal Ajanasi sórí 08138935202 tàbí kẹ́ ẹ pè sí orí nọ́mbà yìí 07032463347.
bákan náà ẹ sì lè kàn sí wa nílé iṣẹ́ wa tó wà ní nọ́mbà 43 Standard Junction oríta Basọ̀run Ìbàdàn.
ẹ kàn sí wa lónìí kẹ́ ẹ mú kínkín wá kẹ́ ẹ fi gba ọ̀pọ̀ yanturu.
Inspiration 100.5 FM ló ń kí wa wípé Ramadan Kareem.
All right, welcome back. It's still pay-per-view on Inspiration 100.5 FM. We're broadcasting live at Inspiration FM House Standard Junction, Orita Bashara in Ibadan. All right, I have the story. UK restriction can't stop doctors' migration, says NMA, NARD. Rata medical bodies in the country have said the United Kingdom government's code of practice for international recruitment of health and social care personnel will not stop Nigerian doctors from migrating to other countries. According to them, the UK can only define in terms of reference, in terms of as freedom of movement is a fundamental right. The Nigerian Medical Association and the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors were reacting to the UK Code of Practice, which listed Nigeria among 54 other countries where health workers should not be actively recruited. The UK explained that the 54 countries were those the World Health Organization recognized as having most pressing health and care workforce-related challenges. The UK Code reads in part, countries on the list should not be actively targeted for recruitment by health and social care employees, recruitment organization agencies, collaborations, or contracting bodies unless there is a government-to-government agreement in place to allow managed recruitment undertaken strictly in compliance with the terms of that agreement. Comrade, recruitment of doctors to other countries. This jackpot syndrome is affecting our healthcare system. Is affecting our structure, and we all agree that government needs to do a lot when it comes to rebuilding our healthcare sector, ensuring that remuneration, welfare of doctors or medical experts are, topmost on the agenda. But with all of this, we still see that the body belonging to medical experts saying, "Look, you can't stop our freedom of, our
Leaving the
movement."
country.
Yes.
You see, it's only in a country like Nigeria I see you spending a lot to train your child, and you allow that child to benefit another parent. In fact, it's pathetic. It's not only. I was reading something. The best in robot making and whatever to the almighty US is in Nigeria from Ogun State.
Wow.
Go and look at the best of almost everything that we have in the world. Gone were those days when they were Israelis. Now they are Nigerians. All our politicians flying now to go and receive medical. If they have 6 GPs taking care of them, 3 or 4 of them will be Nigerian. Then why are they running away from their country? Because they don't want the Nigerian doctors to kill them. You are going over there to still meet
Nigerian doctors.
Is it not the environment that is different?
That's changed.
Why don't they, for once, sit down, put on their thinking cap, and create that
enabling
beneficial and enabling environment? Our people will come home. Look, a lot of them that find themselves there, it's not that they are enjoying not something very... Because whatever they gain, they give back in form of bills.
Some are even being faced with racism there.
So, but they have to make it over there because Nigerian naira is as worthless as anything when compared to what they will earn over there.
Of course.
If you earn £10 per hour over there, convert £10 per hour to Nigerian naira, whether you can earn it in 30 days. So, this is exactly, and there is no way. If UK make its law today, or the Nigerian senators and the National Assemblies, if they make that law today, there will be ways around it. Yes, because I'm very sure they will want their own word to escape.
Of course.
So there will be a loophole, and that loophole will be exploited by others. There's no way they can stop it unless they create that very beneficial and enabling environment right here that will make all professionals stay. It's not. Go and look at Canadian agriculture today. It's being run by Nigerians. And when we have arable lands over here.
Okay, let's take 2 more calls before we call it today. Hello, good morning. Your name and where you are?
Hello, good morning. Very good morning to you.
All right, John, go ahead. The network is bad, John. John, we can't hear you. The network is terrible. Sorry, John, you have to try again, but we may not be able to take more calls. Olanwumi, Folashade, Okwelojaye. Okay, we can see you. They said, good morning, Madam Jadesola. Ọlọ́run nìkan ló lè gbà wá lọ́wọ́ lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí. Folashade láti ọ̀nà àrà. Okay, we can see you there. All right, Tolulope Adeyemi also said, good morning, Jadesola and James. It's not as if our politicians does not know the right thing to do when it comes to governance in this country, but they won't just do it. All right, that's from Tolulope Adeyemi. That's as much as we'll be taking. As we call it today, comrade, what advice do you want to give to the incoming government with regards to the health system in Nigeria?
Is it only the health system? This incoming government, but unfortunately, I don't think I can give any advice because this is a government. This is somebody that has not got into power that has said is coming to continue where this outgoing man stops.
Yeah, but let's wait and see what he's coming to do.
And this outgoing man has not done us much good.
You might just be surprised that he's going to continue better. He's not just going to continue, but continue to do better things.
Anyway, he didn't say it. You are trying to put words into his mind.
No.
He has said what he said that we read and we heard was that he's going to continue from where PMB stops. So if that is what he's going to do, what he's coming to do, God save Nigeria.
Comrade,
Nigerians have our fate in our hand. See, if we allow this, Nigerian bane, I've been saying it, is the fact that we don't hold them accountable to us. We should start telling them before they get there now that they are accountable to the people.
Okay, comrade, let me take it from this angle. You left office as a TEC chairman in your state.
Oh, yes.
Someone took over from you.
Yeah.
The person can continue from where you started.
Oh, yeah.
Or where you stopped, rather.
Mm-hmm.
But it now depends on the person, whether to continue positively
or negatively.
That's my point of argument.
Or to deviate totally.
So it's still part of continuity. So it now depends on the person. It's just a political statement. Let's wait and see.
Okay.
We might just get it right this time.
We are just trying to look from the bright side here.
Honestly.
That's what I said. If he's going to continue from
let's be optimistic. We have always been optimistic.
I believe he has his own program before he has been putting some things on the media, what is his allegiance and pledge to an average Nigerian. Let's believe we'll come and do that. But if he starts by removing subsidy without putting anything back in form of making the refineries to work, I don't think he has started wrongly. He may not end up well.
Let's wait and see and be hopeful. Okay, Tiago is here saying we should leave the studio immediately. All right, Tiago of Sport. I am JADESOLA AJIBOLA. Saying thank you for listening. Comrade Emmanuel Ogudira has been here all day with us. We appreciate you for joining the program this morning. And of course, we will be taking the news update right away. And of course, also on the program this morning.
I am James Odediran.
You didn't even remember your name.
Why won't I remember my name?
That's on a lighter note. All right, thank you very much for being part of the program. I'm JADESOLA AJIBOLA saying have a great day.
It's 9 o'clock.
100.5 Inspiration FM.
May it be an evening star.
Nelson Mandela, 1918 to 2013, was a South African political activist who spent over 20 years in prison for his opposition to the apartheid regime. He was later released in 1990 and in 1994 was later elected the first leader of a democratic South Africa
He was awarded Nobel Peace Prize in 1993 for his work in helping to end racial segregation in South Africa. He is considered the father of democratic South Africa and widely admired for his ability to bring together a nation previously divided by apartheid. Nelson Mandela, more than just a political leader. Inspiration 100.5 FM, more than just a radio station.
North, west, or south, we inspire both the young and the old. We are Inspiration
100.5 FM.
It's time for a news update now on Inspiration 100.5 FM.
A very good morning to you. This is the news update at 9 on Inspiration 100.5 FM. I am James Odediran. Let's begin with reports that President Muhammadu Buhari has shared a